My name is Kelsey Webb. I'm the PR and Marketing Coordinator for Ohio High Point Career Center, and I'm going to be introducing your speakers today. So the first thing I'm going to do is, one, congratulate you, and then two, I'm going to hand the mic off to Mrs. Ramey, our high school director.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Webb. We are so proud of you. I told you 2 years ago that you are our heroes. You left your partner schools to come to Ohio High Point to earn something more than a diploma. And you have worked so hard and represented High Point so well. We are so proud of you. Whatever your choice is today to employ, enlist, or enroll, we support you 100,050%, okay? So, Mrs. Webb, if you come back to the podium and start introducing the speakers, congratulations, class of 2023. Enjoy this morning.
Our first guest speaker of the morning is Justin Dinovo, President of Citizens Federal Savings and Loan Association. Born and raised in Bellefontaine, Ohio, Justin Dinovo has considered this his home for his entire life. After graduating from Bellefontaine High School, Mr. Dinovo left to attend college at Bowling Green State University, eventually transferring to the Ohio State University Lima campus, where he earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. The day after graduation, he married fellow OSU classmate and Bellefontaine native, Alicia S. Thornburg. Since then, they have added a son, Keaton, a daughter, Maya, and two puppies, Isla and Cece. The family enjoys hanging out with friends and other family members, as well as attending sporting events. Mr. Dinovo joined Citizens Federal Savings and Loan Association of Bellefontaine in January 2009, where his primary role was mortgage loan officer. In addition to internal training and mentoring, Mr. Dinovo was able to take advantage of outside resources, such as the Ohio Bankers League, Bank Management School, and Bank Leadership Institute, and the Graduate School of Banking in Madison, Wisconsin. In July 2016, Mr. Dinovo was named president of the association and named to the board in September 2017. Playing an active role in the community is a core value of the association. Mr. Dinovo is currently a member of Kiwanis, serves on the Bellefontaine Planning Commission, Logan County Chamber of Commerce, Downtown Bellefontaine Partnership, High Point Baseball Association, and Ohio Bankers League, and can often be found on the sidelines coaching a local youth sports team. Please welcome Justin Dinovo.
Good morning, everybody. I'm excited to be here on this special day for all of you. Sorry if my voice cuts in and out here. I was yelling at boys in the baseball diamond the last 2 days, but I think I'm good to go. So, but anyhow, I wanted to start off today with just asking you guys. I know we're here to celebrate the 3 E's. How many of you, just show your hands, that are 100% confident the E that you're selecting today is no doubt what you want to do? Raise your hand. You have that. Looks like a lot of you really confident in it. That's great. And those that aren't, don't worry about it. It's a common place to be, and I think a lot of you that even raised your hands may make a choice, may choose later in life to go to a different E. So, one other question that I wanted to ask you today, again, show of hands. This is a little bit of a different crowd because they're not all from Logan County. But how many of you, after graduation, are thinking, I can't wait to get out of my home county, move on, and I'm never coming back? Show of hands. And not surprised by that either. I think that's common. But I think you'll be surprised how many of you actually come back to make an impact on your own community. So, anyhow. So, like I said, I'm born and raised in Bellefontaine. When I was sitting in your guys' seats about 25 years ago now, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I ended up choosing the E for enrollment, kind of because we didn't have this happening at the time. There's a lot of pressure at that time to enroll, and we kind of lost a little sight on the other 2 E's. So I'm so glad we're doing this today because all 3 of these E's are important. And so it's just great that this got started up a few years ago. And then also the moving back here. I wasn't afraid to move back here. I just didn't know if I was going to because I didn't know where my career was going to take me. So I want to run you down my journey from high school to where I live today, just real quick. So I started at Bowling Green right after graduation in 1999. I spent about 3 years there before I ended up dropping out of college and coming back home, moving in with my parents. And I started working at Thistle Floor Covering, doing just up down the road here on 68. I worked there for about a couple of years before I met my wife. Actually, she wasn't my wife when I met her. I met her at a local restaurant, and then we eventually became husband and wife. But she got me kind of straightened back out, helped me get focused on another E. And so I enrolled at Ohio State Lima while working at Thistle Floor Covering. So sometimes you can do multiple E's at the same time. And then after, in 2007, I ended up finally graduating from Ohio State. Took me a little while to find a job. Was fortunate to get hired at Citizens Federal in 2009, and then became president in 2016. And I want to just share that journey real quick, because we're talking about 3 E's today. There's 2 other E's I want to get in, on your radar a little bit, and that is experience and empathy, because I feel like experience is what teaches us empathy. So no matter what we do, the more we experience, the more empathetic we can be. And just a quick definition of empathy, I think most of you know what it is, but that's the ability to understand and share feelings of one another. And I think that helps us as we navigate whatever journey we go on, is the more we experience, the more empathetic we can be, just the better people we can be in life. And so our experiences begin as soon as we're born. And some of these experiences we have control over, some we don't. And those experiences can be happy, they can be sad, they can be fearful, they can be fun. There's all these different things that experiences lead us to. And so some of the experiences that have been a big impact on my life have been growing up in a blended family. When I was in between my first and second grade year, my parents got married. So my stepmom, I call her mom still today, she had 2 boys brought to the family. I have a sister. So 4 of us got together, well, 6 of us. And then my parents had a child together, so we grew up in a home of 7 from second grade on. And you better believe there was a lot of experiences that we got from growing up with 7, and the fact of being a blended family. Another thing, and I'll touch on this a little bit longer or more here in a second, but I failed at college. That was an experience. My first attempt at college was a failure. I have a sibling that is still fighting alcohol and drug addiction. She was sober for a long time and just relapsed recently. That experience has taught me a lot in life. And then our daughter, Maya, who she spent her first 50-some days in the NICU. And that experience was a unique experience that taught me a lot in life too. So, like I said, some of these experiences that we have are things that we get to choose, and some of us choose us. But regardless of that, that experience is invaluable because it just shapes us into who we are as we make our way through our lives. So, as I shared earlier, I failed a couple times. I failed at college my first attempt. But I don't want you to think that that experience was a failure, because the experience was actually a success. I learned so much by going to college, because I was born and raised in Bell Fountain. This is the only community I knew. And it was amazing getting together with people from all over the state, even the country, and hearing about what cultures they came from in their communities. And that was eye-opening, and it made me realize how fortunate we are here in Bell Fountain and in Logan County about the unique things we have here. And that's why I think some of you that raise your hand can't wait to get out. That's okay. And as you experience things, you may see the grass is greener on the other side, or you may say, hey, we've got it really good here, and I can't wait to come back to my community and make a difference. Because one of the other unique things about our community is it's your choice to make the most of it as you want. I love being able to volunteer, at our local schools, to serve on the planning commission, to be part of the chamber. In a bigger city, those opportunities are kind of hard to get into and to make a difference in that. So again, I encourage you guys to strongly consider coming back here if you are leaving with one of your kids and make a difference. The other, experience that had made a difference and helped me in my role as president at Citizens Federal was the NICU experience. So our daughter was born, and how many of you were going into nursing, by the way? Is there a nursing table? Yeah, love you nurses. So it's good. So we went. Our daughter was born 8 weeks premature in 2014. So she spent the first almost 60 days at the NICU, and it was an amazing experience. The nurses were amazing, the doctors were amazing, and it taught me, like, before that I never had that adversity of having a loved one, battling for their life, and so as my role as president, though, we have people at work that are going through these things during their life, and until then, I didn't really fully grasp, how hard that was. Like, not only does it take time to be at the hospital and be with those individuals, but it's also mentally draining. And because of that experience, I was more empathetic and can be more empathetic today to those that I'm around that are going through those same situations. So again, it's, some of those experiences, chose me, and some of them I got to decide that I picked on my own. But regardless, again, of the 3 E's, the E's that you choose today, I encourage you to experience as much as possible. And if it's something that you are maybe afraid of, you're scared to fail, definitely jump in. And jump in with both feet. Of failure, the fear of failure is what is keeping you back, because through our failed attempts is where we really grow. I don't know if you saw me try to get off this chair earlier, but on Saturday, I did a workout. My legs are hardly working right now. But in our workouts, we intentionally work to failure, because that failure is what helps us grow. So the next time we do that workout, we can do it even, make it further along in that. So that's the same thing with any, experience or failure you have in your life, is that it is just making you stronger for the next thing. So again, wrapping it up here, super excited to be with you today. For those of you that have decided to choose employee as your E, I hope to see you guys around in the community here soon, working and being part of the community. For those that choose enlisting, I hope, thank you for your service, and God bless you, and hope to see you back in the community once you're finished with your enlistment. And those of you that have chosen to enroll, best of luck earning your degree. Same with you. I hope to see you guys back here in the community after you complete your college experience. So again, thanks for having me today. Best of luck. On to the next one.
Thank you, Mr. Dinovo. Before I introduce our next speaker, I do want to acknowledge those that are here to support you today as well. Sergeant Spees from Army National Guard. Major Scholar. And Mark Boyer from Rise FM. Our next speaker is Mr. Ben Vollrath, President and CEO of the Logan County Chamber of Commerce.
Well, good morning. It's good to see many of you again. I've gotten to talk with you at various times in the past couple of years. Career Expo, probably most recently. And you're going to hear similar things. Our community needs you. Whether you're from Hardin County, Logan, Champaign, Union, all the ladies, wherever you're coming from, your community needs you guys. And as Mr. Dinovo shared, that might be immediately. As soon as you walk out the doors after graduation, that might be after several years of active duty, the military. That might be after 2 or 4 years of college. We need you. Our employers want you back here. And it's not just for a job. I hope you understand that. We're not chasing you because we need you to fill a seat. We want you back here because you can make a difference. You can have an impact. We're a small community, the things that you see that are happening around our homes, around our businesses, our downtown, that happens because folks like you say, you know what, I care. I like this place and I want to make it better. That's why Mayor Stoller runs for mayor. That's why he does what he does. That's why Mr. Boyer up here has a radio station. He wants to make a difference. And so when you come back, you can have an impact. I challenge you again to get involved, to get connected, to raise your hand and say, hey, where can I help? Where can I plug in? I don't care if you are working in cosmetology at one of our downtown spas or salons, or if you're a diesel tech working in one of our auto body shops. You are important. You all have a lot of value. And again, it's not just because you can fill a seat and collect a paycheck. And I hope you realize too that what you do in your life, it really is far more than a paycheck. You're going to find yourself grossly disappointed if you're just chasing the next dollar. There has to be more to it than that, guys. And I think your time at High Point has hopefully shown you that there is incredible opportunity, and they have prepared you so well for what's next. I would be very proud if my 3 kids walked through these doors and learned the things that you all are learning. Got to use the facilities here, experience what you've experienced. This is a special place. And so because of what you've learned and grown in and accomplished here, you are so well equipped for what's next. That might not sink in real deep right now, but if you take that next step, you're going to look back and say, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for my teachers, for our administration here, for those that really have invested in you. So make sure over the next few weeks, take that time to give a little thank you to your teachers, give a little thank you to the folks that are running the school here. This is a special spot that you guys have been so well equipped and prepared for. So, the last couple of things I'll share is, you all talk about career trees, right? You've probably seen those in your labs, career trees. And wherever you pick to land on those, it might be that lowest hanging branch because you're like, that is what I really want to do. Or you say, you know what, I want more education experience because I want to do this job that's up at the top of the tree. It might not even be for a bigger paycheck. It might just be like, that's what I really want to do. It's a for now commitment. You probably heard that talk about it. It's your for now. For Mr. Dinovo, his for now was, all right, I'm going to go off to school and see what's next. Well, it shifted. He came back and he worked. And then he had a new for now, going off to college again. Your for now will likely shift. It will likely change. But you pursue it passionately with everything you have while you're committed to it. So what you have in front of you is your 3E certificate. And it is your for now. This may change. This may be your career for the rest of your life. That would be fabulous. But it may change. So this is what you're doing today, is you're signing, this is my for now commitment that I'm going to go hard after. I'm going to pursue this because this is what I've chosen and I'm committing to. And so it should have on there, employed, enlisted, or enrolled. If you'd like to, circle which one you're going to pick. Circle the one that you've designated. And then you've got a line at the bottom of that for you to actually sign. So this is your commitment. So actually go ahead and grab, you have a 3E pen in front of you. That is yours to keep. Along with the cookie if you haven't already consumed it. Those are yours. But the pen, grab that pen and go ahead and sign your commitment to what you're going to do after you walk out the doors here from High Point. In Logan County and in Ohio High Point, each of these E's is equally respected, honored, and celebrated. So it's not just those that are going off to the military that are going to get a high five. It's not just those that are going into the workforce and say, hey, thank you so much. It's not just those going on to college. Every one of your choices matters, is important, and we are celebrating with you today. So thank you. So we're getting some pictures of you doing your signing. I'm going to add one last thing as you wrap up and you're signing here before we get to Mrs. Webb and our next step. I would ask you one last thing. For those of you that are still kind of wavering, so I know there are probably a handful of you like, I'm really not exactly sure which of you I really want to do. I'd ask that you come talk to me afterwards, or talk to one of your teachers, talk to one of these up here. There are lots of good options here within our community we'd love to be able to share with you. The first one that I'm just going to leave you with is our Logan County Gap Year program. If you're thinking that you're not exactly sure, or if you want to have more conversations about this, Gap Year is a fabulous opportunity for you to take 12 months after graduation to live in community with 9 other folks that are your age, to be invested in, just like your teachers and coaches are doing for you right now. Our community is going to continue to pour in and invest in you. We're going to give you a full-time job in the community to help you explore another career. So if you're not exactly sure what you're doing yet, please come find me afterwards. I'll be up here. We'd love to chat with you about Gap Year so we can get you connected and help you take that next step. Congratulations. So excited for all of you and happy to celebrate all 3 of your E's. Thank you.
Congratulations again, seniors. The What's Your E campaign is a county-wide initiative started by the Logan County Collaborative. And can we just give a special round of applause to Karen Sorrells from the Midwest Regional ESC, who puts on several of these What's Your E events. And so there are several other schools this week that will be doing their signing day ceremonies. We are the first, and I think that what you have been able to accomplish and what you are going to accomplish is absolutely incredible, and we're so proud of you. At this point, we are concluded with our ceremony. If you would like to get some pictures, please hang around. You can get the pictures in front of the What's Your E banner. You can also head back to class at this time, but stick around, have some photos, enjoy your cookie as well, but congratulations.